Miley Cyrus, End of the World, let's talk about it.
This is a message from sponsor Intuit TurboTax. Taxes was getting frustrated by your forms. Now, Taxes is uploading your forms with a snap, and a TurboTax expert will do your taxes for you. One who's backed by the latest tech, which cross-checks millions of data points for absolute accuracy, all of which makes it easy for you to get the most money back, guaranteed. Get an expert now at TurboTax.com. Only available with TurboTax Live Full Service. See guaranteed details at TurboTax.com/guarantees.
How y'all doing? Welcome to Let's Talk About It, Music Reviews Season 11. How y'all doing? Welcome to the show. We got a good episode for you today. Miley Cyrus has dropped a new song, so let's get into it. Let's talk about it. This song is called End of the World. Let's get into it. Starting off with my first point. We got to talk about this beat. Look, I didn't know I was going to like this instrumental. I didn't know that I was going to like the production of this song. But as I kept listening to, as I kept trying to, really enjoy this track, one of the things that I also really love is that, this song has a more of an older feel to it, which is honestly really fire in my opinion when you listen to it. I mean, Lord goddamn mighty. I like the production. I really like the guitars. I love the guitars on here. I like how the guitars are layered. There's so many little layers here, and this song kind of feels like live instrumentation, which, one of the benefits of having, more kind of live instrumentation is that these instrumentals feel more alive when you're listening to them. So that definitely comes off really awesome too when you're listening to it. I like the guitars. I overall pretty much like the vibe. I also like the drums. The drums on this song sound really great. They kind of give me kind of a nostalgic kind of feeling to them, but they also have some punch to them. I listen to drums sometimes. I listen to, drum parts of songs.
Make your next move with American Express Business Platinum. Earn 5 times membership rewards points on flights and prepaid hotels booked on AmexTravel.com. And with a welcome offer of 150,000 points after you spend $20,000 on purchases on the card within your first 3 months of membership, your business can soar to new heights. Terms apply. Learn more at americanexpress.com/business-platinum. Amex Business Platinum. Built for business by American Express.
This episode is brought to you by Honda. Introducing the all-new, all-terrain Honda Passport Trail Sport, the most off-road capable Honda Passport Honda has ever dreamt up. The Passport features increased ground clearance, roof rails on all trims, and available specially developed all-terrain tires. And you'll stay comfortable with tri-zone climate control and available features like heated and ventilated front seats and a panoramic moonroof. Learn more at honda.com/passport.
Good night, itchy eyes. Good night, sudden sneeze. Good night to your symptoms of allergies. Xyzal is the allergy medicine you take before bed. It provides powerful relief while you rest your head. Not just all night, but all the next day. Xyzal keeps working, keeping allergies at bay. And without those annoying symptoms disturbing your rest, you can wake up the next morning feeling your absolute best. Remember, be wise all. Take Xyzal. At night.
I'm Dr. Jen Ashton, your host for Season 2 of The Visibility Gap, a podcast presented by Cigna Healthcare. Throughout this season, we'll be tackling something vital, the women's health gap. We'll hear from real people and experts as we unpack important topics like maternal health, menopause, and heart disease. Listen in and download the new season wherever you get your podcasts.
I feel like, these drums could, the volume could be turned up a little bit more. The volume could be fucking turned up so you can hear the drums a lot better. So I definitely hear that coming through, which I really enjoy. Combine that with the guitar, combine that with those sound effects in the background. And also, one of the things that I love is those background vocals. You hear these background vocals in the hook that just take this song to a whole brand new level, which is so good, which is really fire in my opinion, and it makes this song a really enjoyable experience. Now, I would say this. The beginning verse, we have to talk about that though. And I would say I like Miley Cyrus's singing. Sometimes it can be a little too heavy in my opinion, but I think that's some of the best moments. You get the passion, rawness, and Miley Cyrus's vocals really come out on this song, I would say. and I really do enjoy the singing. My only thing about the first verse is that I wish that there was maybe a moment where there was a little bit of a flow switch, but it's kind of this slow singing, kind of letting the instrumental really play out, and that's really fun. That's really fun in my opinion. I think that makes it a really enjoyable experience, and honestly too, I really enjoy the fact that you have that. You have the live instrumentation, which is really great, which is really fire, but also you have those guitars, you have, the guitars, you have the background vocals, you have the guitars that are really layered and they, have some detail to them. I like too that, we switch to a more acoustic kind of feeling too, which is really fire in my opinion, and I really do enjoy that. And I always have to say it, I always have to give praise to it, but on this song, The End of the World, this does have a little bit of an instrumental switch up. And man, that just makes my soul happy. When I listen to songs and they switch up their instrumentals, they add a little bit something to the track, which you really hear in this song. You hear those beginning guitars. You really enjoy those guitars. I like the beginning, what the song sounds like. But then we change it to a more acoustic kind of guitar kind of approach here, which is really fire in my opinion. And honestly too, when I really think about it, guys, I like that moment. I don't like acoustic guitars when it's just the basic,
Shopping is hard, right? But there's a better way. Stitch Fix online personal styling makes it easy. I just give my stylist my size, style, and budget preferences. I order boxes when I want and how I want. No subscription required. And she sends just for me pieces, plus outfit recommendations and styling tips. I keep what I love and send back the rest. It's so easy. Personal styling for everyone. Get started today at stitchfix.com/Spotify. That's stitchfix.com/Spotify.
Switch to Verizon Business and get more from your internet without paying more for your internet. Get LTE Business Internet starting at $39 a month when paired with a Business Unlimited smartphone plan. That's unlimited data, and with it, unlimited possibilities. Start saving today with Verizon Business, ranked #1 in small business internet customer satisfaction by J.D. Power. Starting price for 25 megabits per second internet plan with savings, plus taxes, fees, and economic adjustment charge. Terms apply. For J.D. Power 2024 award information, visit jdpower.com/awards.
I think you're on mute.
Workday starting to sound the same?
I think you're on mute.
Find something that sounds better for your career on LinkedIn. With LinkedIn Job Collections, you can browse curated collections by relevant industries and benefits, like flex PTO or hybrid workplaces, so you can find the right job for you. Get started at linkedin.com/jobs. Finding where you fit. LinkedIn knows how.
Acoustic guitar loop, but when you give these acoustic guitars some life, when you give them some passion to them, it makes it a really enjoyable experience, which is really fire. Now, I do wish for the second verse we would have had a switch up. I think the second verse really needed it. When I listen to this song, I really wish that there was a switch up. I wish the flow switched up. Maybe the singing would switch up a little bit more. I will say the singing of the style, you really hear that. You hear the same style of the singing, and honestly, when I hear that, guys, I kind of just go, damn. I wish there was a switch up. I wish there was something to the guitars. I wish there was a little bit something more. I wish, instead of letting the same format, the same style of the first verse go with the second one, maybe we could have got a flow switched up. Maybe, we could have had a really powerful switch up too. I feel like that could be one of the things that this song is definitely missing. But I think, that makes up for when we get to the bridge. Even the second verse is not that much to really look at. But the bridge, when it switches, the instrumental switches to that more acoustic kind of feeling, those background vocals really come to life when you're hearing it. And honestly, overall, I think that's really fire. So, yes, I think there should be a switch up on the second part, and I think that, there could have been a switch up with the guitars, maybe switch it up too, but it wouldn't make the bridges that impactful. So, I think it's a thing where, would you rather have the bridge switch it up a little bit, or would you have the second verse switch it up a little bit? Now, if I'm listening to a song, that I really enjoy, I kind of want that second verse to switch up because, that second part is what I want to memorize, is what I want to sing, is what I want to, So, guys, when we talk about this song, Miley Cyrus, End of the World, The production overall is really good in my opinion. I really enjoy those guitars. I like the acoustic feeling. I like that bridge switch up. The drums feel so impactful when you're listening to them. And guys, I will say the first verse is really nice. I love the vocal style Miley Cyrus has on.
It's time for basketball, and Uber Eats is dropping deals on game day favorites to keep you locked in on the action. Like when you're craving a buzzer beater, but also buffalo wings. Or when an upset makes you want to ugly cry into a pizza. And right now, Uber Eats has game day deals from McDonald's, Popeyes, Pizza Hut, Wendy's, and hundreds more local favorites. So you can keep your eyes on the ball and your hands on a hamburger. Order now, only on Uber Eats. Product availability varies by region. See app for details.
Subtle results, still you, but with fewer lines. Botox Cosmetic, out of botulinum toxin A, is a prescription medicine used to temporarily make moderate to severe frown lines, crow's feet, and forehead lines look better in adults.
Effects of Botox Cosmetic may spread hours to weeks after injection, causing serious symptoms. Alert your doctor right away as difficulty swallowing, speaking, breathing, eye problems, or muscle weakness may be a sign of a life-threatening condition. Patients with these conditions before injection are at highest risk. Don't receive Botox Cosmetic if you have a skin infection. Side effects may include allergic reactions, injection site pain, headache, eyebrow and eyelid drooping, and eyelid swelling. Allergic reactions can include rash, welts, asthma symptoms, and dizziness. Tell your doctor about medical history, muscle or nerve conditions including ALS or Lou Gehrig's disease, myasthenia gravis, or Lambert-Eaton syndrome, and medications, including botulinum toxins, as these may increase the risk of serious side effects. For full safety information, visit BotoxCosmetic.com or call 877-351-0300.
See for yourself at BotoxCosmetic.com.
Here, I like how she sounds. The vocals sound really good. The singing is nice too. And then that hook. That hook is just so good with those vocals on the hook, with those background vocals too, to really, bring up the track. And then you have a switch up with the bridge. That little switch up with the bridge just absolutely hits. It makes it a really enjoyable experience. So I overall really enjoyed this song, listening to it. I'm going to give End of the World 7 out of 10. 7 out of 10, what'd you think about it? Did you love it? Did you hate it? I don't know. Let me know. Guys, thank you so much for listening. If you're on YouTube, Spotify, Pandora, wherever you get your podcast at, make sure you follow, turn on notifications. I'm dropping new content every single day, guys. And yeah, Miley Cyrus just dropped an absolute goddamn banger. So I'll see y'all later. You have a good one. Yeah, bye.